What's going on, everybody? It's Childish. We're back at it again, coming at you with another Summoner's War video. In today's video, we bring you guys the content that you've been looking for, which is how in the world do you clear Hall of Heroes B3 so fast? We're going to show you right now the composition that I use. Sorry, couldn't even get through it, right? Okay. Obviously, it's not about this. Today, honestly, it's going to be a quick one here. This is going to be a quick one. It should be a very fast video on essentially just a couple of my goals as far as what I want to do, right? Back in the day, when it comes to my YouTube channel, one of the things that I like to do or what I was doing, every single month or when I was kind of, giving an update on my account, where I'm currently at, what I'm working on. And even though I would love to go through all the runes and this and that, whatever, I have a lot of changes to make. So I think I'm going to wait a little bit longer before I make that kind of video. But I will say this, with the recent update, right, with the upcoming season and the new, Beast Rider skin, obviously there's a lot more motivation, not just for myself, but a lot of you guys out there that have Beast Riders to go ahead and push into the RTA ranks. So again, I'm going to talk about like the number one thing that I'm going to be working on from now until the end of the season. It's going to improve my account here. But I definitely wanted to talk to you guys about what I've been kind of working on the back end, because I know you guys are going to be surprised here. Well, here, I'll even show one right now since we're kind of in it. First one that we're doing is we're finally building the Chikaro. Okay, this is called the Bicaro team. Bicaro with a pinch of pay to win, okay? We are utilizing some attack bar manipulators alongside this alongside our current things here. And for those of you guys that don't remember, I was when this came out, literally every single YouTuber was talking about this and making videos on this, because, obviously it's super OP, right? And I was one of the people that kind of stayed strong and said, you know what, I'm not going to go out of my way to build it because of the underlying factor, which is I just don't have the rune quality to make it work. And of course, I could have made the argument to make it, because without question, out of all the compositions that you can create, when it comes to BPL, this is one of the most consistent, the most reliable, assuming that you get the stats to do it. But I'm here to tell you that after a little bit of farming over the past few months here, I realized that I definitely can get it. I thought to myself, oh, I need a handful of determination so I can make up for it. But I realized that I definitely have the runes to get it done. So pretty excited to finally get this one underway. Right now, I have my third Chikaro, in play. We don't have enough dimensional energy to get it done here, but I think by the end of next week we probably should have it done. So we should be in a good place here. But again, guys, friendly reminder for all of you guys that are chilling in here. I mean, again, and I think this kind of stems on what I said prior to. Chikaro is a fantastic comp. There's a lot of comps that are very, very good, but if you don't have the rune quality to back it up, there's really no point in going out of your way to build it. Because again, a unit like those, when you're building three of them, that requires a lot of dimensional memory, that requires a lot of commitment. What's the point in building it? Like I said, if you don't have the runes. So now at this current time, which I realize I have to take a look at my monster box, I do have the runes. I do have the rune quality to make it happen. Now I'm in a good place to build it. And now I can utilize some of the runes that I've been using for this particular composition, some of the units that I've been using in this, DB12 and other compositions. I can now, take those runes and allocate them to other specific units that will be able to help me out. Capitalize things in other aspects here. So, but yeah, outside of that, what we've been doing on the side is we've also been working on units for GB12. So as you guys can see, Fame on Hell, we've been working on getting our Melias built, because we already had Tattoo built. Obviously I have I already had a pretty good Lucian here, so there wasn't really anything to add outside of the Melias here. But yeah, I already have Sath built, of course, as well. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and build this one up here. Again, my current GB12 team, it's not like it's bad per se. It's just a little bit on the slower end. But again, the argument that I always made, and a lot of YouTubers and streamers made when we first created it, is that now we have the whole element of auto farming. So even though we were super, big onto trying to, get ourselves, consistent comps and, work on improving the speed, because of the fact that you can fly through GB12 so quick. A lot of people out there, including myself, just opt for the a little bit slower, consistent comp, as we didn't want to burn our crystals, right away. But now I'm kind of at the place where I feel pretty good as far as my, current crystals, or the crystals that I get throughout these events and whatnot here. So I'm like, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and build it, because I got the resources to do it. I don't got anything else going on here. And now I'll have I basically have a, better, more efficient option to do it, a quite quicker option. So go ahead and do it. But full disclaimer here. Okay, let me get it out there right now. The melee comp is really, really good. Okay, and I don't think it's super heavy like rune requirement, but it's still, depending on how, how good your setup is, it's still going to be burning crystals more so than, you know, other compositions as well. So if you're one of those people out there that are free to play or very, very limited on crystals, or not, you know, managing your crystals effectively because you just can't get away from the premium pack, you know, purchasing, keep that in mind, because this is to the point where, you know, I may have to, if I really farm GB12 hard, I may have to, you know, invest a little bit more resources, you know, a little bit more monetary resources to this here and make the changes. But that's kind of where I'm at right now. Like, yes, I don't want to push too much into it, but the reality of it is that I know that I have some really, really strong Swift sets here, and I got a couple of improvements I would like to make. So if I want to do that, you know, I want to try to get those runes as fast as possible, because again, the season's right around the corner. So if I'm looking to get as many runes and just kind of cycle through the process of, you know, rune farming a little bit quicker, I'm gonna have to, you know, look for specific comps that would allow me to do that. And I think the melee comp is a fantastic composition to go ahead and do that. Okay, but before like, you know, my before I get this, you know, Tricaro done, before I get this you know, the melee FTM done, the big thing that I'm looking at right now is the number one change that I'm making to, you know, try to secure G1 RTA is artifact farming. Okay, artifact farming is the one thing that every single endgame player that has looked at my account has basically said, wow, you got to get on that. You are definitely slacking. Now I have, you know, max artifacts and whatnot here, but, you know, I have to go through them, I have to sort them out, I have to level them up and figure out which ones I want to go ahead and keep here. And the funny thing about it was, which you guys will know here in the upcoming video here, is that when it comes to artifacts, it's, you know, you can sometimes take a look at a specific stat, and when it comes to runes, and be like, oh, you know what, you know, if I don't get exactly what I'm looking for, which is like double roll, triple roll, quad roll speed on a specific rune, you know, I might be able to toss it out. But the reality of it is that the artifacts, there's so many ways to utilize them, and there's so much more value in these specific stats depending on what unit you're putting on. So I have a lot more reason to go ahead and you know, really take a look at these stats here, every single artifact that I get here, and see which ones are going to be more beneficial for me, for my account, the compositions that I'm using, so on and so forth here. So yeah, going to be putting a lot more emphasis on the artifacts, and hopefully, you know, over the course of the next month or two, we can make enough changes here, not just, you know, with regards to the artifacts that we have, but, you know, get a couple more artifacts here and try to fill in some of the gaps that I have when it comes to specific stats on certain units, certain meta units that I utilize, and hopefully we can make the necessary improvements to get that G1 spot. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know about you guys. I would love to know what your guys' plan are. If you are looking to jump into this RTA season pretty hard and you know, kind of assessing your account and trying to figure out what you're going to do, let me know what you're going to do in the comment section down below. What are you focusing on? I'm always curious to hear you guys' you know, opinions on that. Again, I want to put it out there because this kind of doesn't make sense. I'm kind of contradicting myself, because I'm like, oh wait, I'm building this Tricaro team and I'm building this GB12 team, but now I'm farming artifacts. Like, I'm doing one too many things here. You know, you obviously should focus on one team over the other here, but again, because of the fact that I have the resources, you know, I got the downtime to go ahead and, you know, level up specific, you know, units per se, I'm making the effort to build that, so when I do decide to farm that specific thing, I can go ahead and get it done here. But ultimately, artifacts is the number one goal. Artifacts is where I'm going to be as far as you know, trying to improve my overall count here. So again, I'm really excited to end this video out, because what we got going on for you in 24 hours from now is we're going to be bringing you a comprehensive guide on artifacts. Because at the end of the day, when I looked at the artifacts and you know, started to, like, you know, pick and choose what I wanted to use, I realized that there's a lot of stuff that I don't, you know, fully understand. So I connected with one of our fellow YouTube contributors and members of our Epic Fail community, who graciously decided to assist me, provide us some content for you guys, a comprehensive guide on artifacts. So that's going to be the next video coming up here in less than 24 hours. So if you guys are excited about an actual educational video, you got to stop what you're doing, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, okay? And then while you're at it, go ahead and hit the notification bell so you know when that artifact guide drops here tomorrow, okay? That's going to be a fam. If you guys are watching this on Sunday, October 10th, it is roughly 4 to 5 hours before we start stream. We'll be streaming tonight, twitch.tv/childish402 at 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central Standard Time, or until I fall asleep live on stream, you know, whatever comes first here. But that's going to be it, fam. Thank you all so much for tuning in. It's your boy Childish, ChildishPlays checking out. Take care, and we'll see you all in the next one. I'm out.